Today, I want to talk about vlogging for businesses and why I think many or most businesses could massively benefit from having a vlog in 2025. So if you have a business currently or you're thinking about starting a business, then a vlog, especially on YouTube, could be the way to drive sales for your business and generate additional income. Now, I've been thinking about this and looking into it a lot more. It's the reason I've been out vlogging more so I can get the practice in, because for future projects, I would actually like to be documenting the process and also offering the point of view. So the sort of POV style videos you see popping up, where people are documenting not just them starting the business, but also the behind the scenes and also their life and everything around it. So it's almost like reality TV for your business. And I think this is something that's really, really going to be growing. We've been seeing Gary Vaynerchuk talking about how businesses need to be everywhere. They need to be filming all of the time. And you really need to be creating that backdrop, that personalization for your business, because trust is going to be in demand, shall we say, I think, throughout this year and beyond as AI rises. And also, you want to be sort of omnipresent. You want to have a bigger online presence, because with the rise of AI, SEO is going to change. Search engine optimization and Google and all of these different search engines, I think they're pretty much going to start to disappear and be replaced with forms of AI. So your ability to rank for pages and everything else in YouTube, or even pay to get ads on Google, will start to change. In fact, you may not even go to Google. You may be actually asking different chatbots and different types of AI for answers instead. So it's going to be leapfrogging the search process, because we all love convenience. It's why we give up our security. We give up so much stuff for anything that makes our life more convenient. Well, I'm always shocked by how much we all give away for things that are more convenient. And obviously AI is making things more and more convenient all of the time. So with search disappearing, that's a huge potential uproot in the way that we get traffic for our businesses. So no longer is it people typing things in and trying to find your business. So you need to control the attention. So we're also in this attention economy. Now, the attention economy basically means that traffic is massively important. Traffic is almost more important than the actual business itself these days. That's why you see celebrities leveraging their attention to sell products. You see why everybody has been talking about, Alex Mosey, all of these people talking about the attention economy, because you need to be, even if you don't want to be on camera. I remember he actually said in interviews that he didn't want to be on camera. He didn't want to be famous. He just wanted to grow businesses. But then he realized, after seeing, people like Rihanna and many other people become new billionaires by leveraging the attention that they put a lot of work into developing. And he saw that this is the new gold rush. It's the new oil rush. It's the new opportunity. So you really need to be controlling the attention, because if you have to pay to play, then what if ad costs just keep going up? So if you're having to pay all of these AIs and all of these different platforms and the social media platforms to get ads, and TV's no longer working, so all of the other bigger businesses are going on to the likes of YouTube and everything else, and the cost of ads just will keep skyrocketing. So you will lose that advantage later on. So it's better to start planning for that now and sort of, preempting the negative impact that will have on your business, and basically future-proofing your business. So I think it's really important that you actually control some form of attention for your business. Now, obviously, the platform can take you down if you control it, but you don't own it necessarily in that sense. But if you can leverage that in a free way and get used to producing that content and en masse, and the benefit of vlog-style content is it's low effort, it's very easy to produce. You could almost produce a video every day, and just even if it's talking to the camera, if it's out and about, if it's in your warehouse, it's in your office, showing people in the background. And this is where I said some businesses may struggle a bit more and have to be creative in the way that they do things, because you may not have many things that you can document and show. So you might have to think outside of the box for your business, but there are always things that you can show people. And the more personal it gets, the more people know, like, and trust you, and the more likely to buy your products, because they then know you. They know that if you're selling coffee, that it's fair trade. You know that you pay your workers well. It feels like a family business. So people might be willing to spend that tiny bit more for your coffee in that particular example. So yeah, it really is about also developing your brand. So building that trust, but then helping you develop your own brand and leverage that attention as part of your overall brand. And I think this whole The whole idea of a business just being a business and sort of a closed unit, maybe you're selling a product and that's it, and you do some marketing for it. I think the whole entity of the business is now going to be built into the brand. So we're all going to be having reality TVs or our own sort of network of content and people doing it. And you're already seeing this where the company's sort of uniting a lot of creators and actually paying them. So they're actually not independent creators. Lots of companies are building up a mass of let's say freelance creators that they are then feeding content to, and they are growing it, but they're getting paid a salary to grow that channel. So they're not independent creators. So you're going to start to see these networks and these sort of, as I said, like TV channel styles of ways that people are marketing their businesses to be everywhere, because then you've got lots of independents talking about their product, which builds more trust because it's not coming directly from the business. It's a bit sneaky, but we're going to see more of that in terms of brand building and developing that sort of omnipresence. On a quick side note, if you would like more in-depth training on growing your own vlog for you or your business, I will put a link in the video description to our community. The next part that I think is key, and why I really think this is going to be great for people starting a new business, especially because you can document the process, the struggles and everything else, is that it's going to generate a second income for you. Now, obviously, YouTube channels and all of these things take a while to grow, but if you're documenting a process from the start to finish, problems, ups, downs, you will have so much content ideas and things that you can share that you'll have an abundance of topics. It's not going to be very stressful for you to create content. You could just film and talk about the experiences of the day. So you're going to have an abundance of content, so you're going to be able to grow more quickly. And let's say that that even generates a little bit of ad revenue, and maybe it generates more sales for your product. So you get this secondary income through, let's say, ad revenue, maybe the odd sponsorship deal or whatever else. There's affiliate products, associated products and other things. So this builds a second income stream for your business. And when you're starting up, having that secondary income stream can be absolutely fantastic because it doesn't put such pressure. And obviously, if you've ever started a business, there's an investment in terms of time and money. So you're paying in some form or another. And the more income you can have to be able to spend more time building the business and everything else, the better. So by documenting it and building the channel at the same time, sure, maybe it'll only bring a little bit of money in, but as the business grows and as the channel grows, you start to have dual incomes, which is really, I think, a great way of doing things, because then you're not just dependent on the one part of the business. So they sort of raise each other. So one comes up with the other, and then you both make money from both of them. So the sort of business ideas I have moving forward, the actual physical and present in real life business, I think will generate maybe only half the income of the actual business itself. So I think it's going to be the sort of media asset, the channel associated with it, that will generate just as much, if not more, income for the business itself. So it's going to be these sort of dual business things that we're going to be seeing. So to give you an example of how this all actually might work in real life, I think Thailand is pretty much a really good example of that right now. Basically, everybody is trying to build a house or a business here right now. It's absolutely booming, especially Koh Samui. It was Phuket before, but that's still absolutely booming. There's huge amounts of building going on in Bangkok and everywhere else. It's developing quickly. So there's a huge amount of money flowing around and everybody's trying to build. And it started off with sort of very premium trucks driving around and building stuff. But now it's like everybody, even the crappy trucks, are arriving on the island because there's just not enough equipment for the level of building that they are doing all at the same time. So this is a great opportunity, and it's a good one to use as an example, even from a personal level, because if I was to buy a house, I would actually document the process of working with the business, of the pitfalls, the planning, the process of building. I would document that entire process on video, because that would actually give me a secondary income. It would also allow me to show the quality of it if I was willing to sell it later on. But that secondary income could help pay for, let's say, overtime work. These projects will always run over, especially in Southeast Asia. So you're always going to be paying more for those projects inevitably. But if you can have that income from the process, then you're actually monetizing the process of the cost. So you're removing some of the costs by documenting the process. So I think on a personal level, I think that's a really good opportunity. I'm saying that, we're going to see a huge amount of channels pop up with people doing this, but I think it's a great idea. So if you can get used to that, and as I said, you're going to have an abundance of things to talk about. The next level is for selling. So let's say you were buying the property and you bought a piece of land that was big enough for 4 villas. And your plan was, okay, well, if we sell these 3 villas, it's going to pay for our 4th villa, and we'll have that for free. So then we have a free home, and we broke even. All we had to do was spend a year building it, which was a pain in the butt, but it's done. Well, you've documented the process, and now you could actually tell people that you're selling 3 other properties. And because there's a huge amount of people knowing who you are, you don't have to go through as many agents. You don't have to pay out to all of these different people because you're the one that found your customers. So that could be on a personal level. But if you were even doing it on a business level, let's say you're the building and property developers, then you could actually document all of the different projects that you're doing, the building process behind the scenes, showing the quality, showing the team. So it builds trust. People know you, they trust you, then they want to buy from you. They're more likely to come directly to you. So rather than you just having a building company where everybody's asking, and you'll notice in these groups, if maybe you haven't, but if you live in a different country, there's always this level of distrust between building because there's always scams going on. So everybody's always asking in the Facebook groups, who can I trust and everything else. So if you're a reputable company and you're building out a channel at the same time as all these properties, you're going to have a huge amount of trust. It's going to be like a portfolio of work. Your brand name will be everything, so you wouldn't want to destroy that. And you're going to be making a secondary income, and then you're going to have people come directly to you. So you're going to be doing all of your marketing at the same time. So it's like win-win-win all of the way. And then finally, if you were to do it from an agency level, so let's say you're an agent here, you're not the one doing the building, but you are the one doing the selling. And there's a lot of Russian agents, there's a lot of English agents, there's a lot of different agents from, Thai agents. There's lots of freelance agents around that are serving different communities. And what I think people aren't doing enough is you should be documenting this process, creating videos, offering to create marketing videos, let's say, or just documenting the process. I saw this channel of this guy. He was doing showing around luxury properties. So he was asking people if I could film in the property and I'll create you a free video to get started. And then what happened was they would be able to use that video for their marketing, but he was allowed to use it on their channel. So he would have this opportunity to show everybody into luxury homes, to show how others are living. And then he could create videos around the surrounding areas and everything else, showing some information. So people love watching those luxury videos, even if they don't plan on buying. Luxury travels make a huge amount of money on YouTube, and they have a very high CPM, which means they get quite a bit in ad revenue. So, but what happened, and because he wasn't actually an agent to start with. And what happened was his channel grew massively and he was making a huge amounts of money. But what was happening, it was people were asking for the details of the properties. So he was then getting a secondary income from the channel of actually being the agent for the properties. He was getting a percentage because he was making introductions because people were saying, oh, how can I see this property? I want that property. I love the area. The video made it look great. I want to book to see it. So he created the demand around the videos that. So what was actually then happening was people were coming to him and asking him to do videos on their properties. So the actual customers were coming to him, asking him because he controlled the attention. He had the attention. So when you control the attention, the customers and also the potential customers for those, the clients, you get both coming to you. So you have the people that want you to sell their property, you're going to make money. You then have the viewers that you make money from watching, but then they also want to unite with the buyers and you make an extra level of money there. So what he was potentially actually doing, I think in the end, was he was charging the people to make the videos and feature them on his YouTube channel. Then he was making a percentage of commissions if the property was sold. And then he was making all of the additional ad revenue and even sponsorship deals and everything else as well in his channel. So this whole channel became a huge business where all he had to do was be a YouTuber and make introductions. So if you control the attention, then you will have a massive unfair advantage moving forward. So I think we need to really pivot our mindset in terms of how we create businesses moving forward, where actually the main money may not be coming from the thing that you're actually doing in the business. It may come from the media and creative side that you build off of it. So they will symbiotically grow. And I've shown you channels of people that document the process of them doing craft businesses and everything else. But there are many different types of businesses, especially online or more crafty ones that are going to be easier to do. But I think you can do this with just about any business. So there you go. Now, if you would like more training on growing your vlog and creating your vlog, then I will put a link to our community in the video description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next one.